Wonderful people, let's cover a very, very important topic here today, which are light codes, receiving light codes, applying light codes, and how to bring that through, because everybody can do it when moving into the ascension with your entire let's say organism matching many other organisms, because that is where the light messaging system comes through. So when aligning into ascension with a light body, with light technology that is available and applicable today, such as let's say connecting throughout galaxies, universes, ley lines, especially crystalline grids, because they talk loud. They open up the ears, the eyes, and your crown to receive those messages to the higher volumes of crystallization, meaning you hear crystal bells ringing when they come in, actually. And that happens within the new tree of life that has been created, and that is actually the bridge into the ascension we are allowed to do today. So also reason why the old scribes, the old scriptures, the old symbolic languages, whatever, do no longer work, because evolution states that we continuously start to light track new information. We light track present day, modern day light embodiment into our organism, becoming light waves and becoming equal with masters, angelic kingdoms, elementals, the elements that are sparks of light like we are. So the communication from spark to spark, no matter what kind of species it is, even the animal kingdoms, are messengers that come through depending on your own vibration that matches a particular frequency in time, depending on what you're working on. So here I will explain a lot of light codes, just to mention right here why this month I'm working a lot with the omnipresent universe, so moving beyond all dimensions, which you can do when applying the alchemy, and immortality alignments available. If interested, they are in the description box, or else let me know what you do to receive light codes, or if you are a beginner, you want to start off with it and start trusting yourself. That is not too difficult to do. It truly is not, but you need the alignment in order to not, let's say, get through airy-fairy codes that are of yesterday use, that belong to the old world, to the old broken soul that is ego. Ego doesn't get light codes, it gets a deformation is what I get of design and codes and information that comes with it, because the application of what you receive is very, very important, if not the most important thing. And if we can live by design, that's especially important with children, with youth. So many people are very creative, and they start to become an artist actually through the receptacles or in the brain, or let's say the neurotransmitters that bring that through. And so they really want to design their own code, which is fabulous, absolutely fantastic. So let me know if you have some designs you received yourself and knowing what to do with it. So let's break it down. When being in alignment and you're in meditation, and even if you become a walking, talking meditation, like I am, 24/7, always open, always receiving, always 24/7 working with light waves and light alignments, actually, then life becomes big fun. So a light code can be a particular design. Let's say this morning, as I'm working with the black omnipotent energy that moves far beyond knowledge scientists could decipher, I have seen with crystal clear eyes and heard, the voice of a Black Panther through the woods. I was in India, and that panther went onto a mountaintop, meaning I'm already on the mountaintop. I just need to make my bridge and polish my bridge, meaning it polishes your brain, the glands, into an celestial universal embodiment, living in the houses of light that are grounding on the planet already, or already grounded actually. And so that particular entity has a very strong connection with me, because I've been working with it for more than 10 years. But I didn't see back then. No, when opening the third, fourth, fifth eye, you start to see crystal clear. And that is just all technology available with the alchemy into light body, because the present day ascension is pure alchemy. That's it. And knowing how to apply new techniques every week and every month. That is how we do it. We do not apply any old light body anymore, and definitely not the old tree of life. That sucks big time. So, and up that platform, that panther was having a huge vision. And then it's a matter of truly holding your focus. So I held my focus tight. I was, like getting a close focus, getting back, getting close focus. And so meaning there was an explanation, there was some sort of a geometric symbol coming through, and I was directed, just apply it. It was a dodecahedron in green light go. Green light go is the Aquarian age, the new stuff we're going through. And the bridge we're making with all the eclipses that are very, very potent. The last one at the end of April, that just happened last week, and next one coming in a few days in May. So making that bridge, I had that dodecahedron, and he said, just open that door. Like all these geometrical patterns are actually doors. I didn't know that. So I opened that door, and he said, just go inside and close. So I went inside, I closed the door, and it took off and showed me, new technology I need to bring to people in my light body trainings, ascension trainings. I have a lot up there. It's all in the description if you're interested. And please allow yourself to subscribe. I bring through a lot of interesting stuff through my newsletters as well, and so you can upgrade and change for 360 degrees, especially if you take the education, as the earth is a educational platform on all levels, as we need new institution for mentality, philosophy, psychology, for all children and youth, because they will not take the retarded educational system that are, running around in present day. So the biggest axis shift we are making now with the eclipse is really tuning in your own particular light code, and that should be fun. So as I said, can be a design. With this example with the Black Panther, he took me to realms, got out of that dodecahedron, opened the door, and connected me with the living light realms of the element. That is the magic of Merlin, still alive on the planet, but tapping into it like a code came through, like I have here the violet flame. Many people know about, but cannot touch it or get into it, because you need a level of ascension, at least in an celestial body. It doesn't happen in just, the old light body. You need that level where you have the mergers from celestial to universal into the beyond. And that is, again, a bridge, an arc of light to be made. And every process should be very interesting. So apart from a geometric pattern, it can also be a language of light, such as, for example, Chinese language are all codes, and they They have many functions today. They are very important for all modernized people on the earth. We have the Hebrew language that are also deep codes, that is the origin of the earth within it, and just toning the letters, getting them in different colors, bringing these colors together is a light code, because a light code, in the first place, it carries consciousness, it carries information always, so it carries color, because color comes together through consciousness. And reason why, with colorful waves, we can remove old patterns, old belief systems, old stuck, things in our brain. We all have them. We were born with the matrix. So removing the matrix, moving into the crystalline grids, and opening up more and more and more crystalline grids from your home base station, your home foundation, then you can click in other grids, like the Black Panther grid, like the Tiger's Eye grid, like the Grapevine grid, like there's so many, just the elements, the sub-elements, the animal kingdom grid, and create subgrids, a grid for Black Panther, a grid for a tiger, a grid for dogs that need to be assisted. I mean, there's no end. I could go on for days and days in explaining. That is how interesting it is, actually. But just saying here, if you get an entity or you get an animal, tap into that and make something of it. What is, the meaning of having a code with an animal? What's the meaning of having a code with, for example, an owl? Why does that come to you? Can you design that color? Can you design it even if you don't find it on the Google machine? Perhaps it's in existence and science didn't even find out it is. So that is your particular information connected to that code, which will make your life the more interesting every day, because here you will be aligned into the spark to spark messaging system. So two sparks connect because you connect on the same frequency, because vibrations match, and you done the work to get there, and do not allow the airy-fairy encodements, actually. And thus, so we have the signs, we have the designs, we have the geometric patterns, we have light languages that will come back. That is Hebrew, the English language, actually, so the European, or I don't know, in the United States, but the English language, no matter the accent, is very, very important. We can create a lot with these letters, as well as the Hebrew and the Latin language will be coming back. It seems to be very powerful as well. So that is one thing it could cover. On the other side, when working your ascension to connecting to certain vibrations, today they are termed teams of light, or your particular tribe. There's not just one tribe, there's many tribes that we connect and co-create with as one cooperative station of light, and no longer giving power away, because you won't get anything. So when you polish yourself in light with light technology, and you subtract all the old, and you purify the self, and you ask for more technology, for more assistance, then you will get it. When just asking and being in a gooder syndrome, you won't get anything, because we are co-creators, and that's the way that is part of universal law. And so that is very, very interesting as well. So next thing we have here is particular codes that have a composition, such as where I flow into, that are very particular to the work that you do. Like, I became an artist with all these codes I received. I said, ooh, that's interesting. I want to design it. I want the most important thing you need to do here is ask for the information connected to a particular design. And so the more you upload, the more you clear out all the eyes we have here within, with the eternal gate, opening up the next level from the old binary system and binary DNA. We move in the trinary systems that are all the design of the universe actually, and that composition comes together to ley lines. And it's like when you look at where the pyramids were built and how these codes came through there. So these ancient languages come by parts also back in, but then you need to decipher them and write these codes down. Like many signs are inscripted in stone in many countries, like the Knights of the First Order, for example, like the peace sign, very powerful. And here I have on my hoodie that a design that comes from the Black Panther shooting through with the red wave, the only the direct way. It's like Aries vibrations are. They are direct, you know where they're at. And at times, that is the road you need to complete. Aries, when in soul consciousness, they never complete. They leave something out of the time, but we all have stuff, you know. But then again, it's information, and applying that red wave comes actually through a red diamond, you know, diamonds, clubs and stuff in a deck of cards. It's part of the all-seeing eye on the observation deck of the divine. So here that gives a split shift in consciousness. You spiral through the spine, you open up the pituitary gland, get more codes, and you ask what to do with it. And that is modern day designs, and that is actually what I do. So let me know if you get codes and how you work with it. And here in the next part, I will explain how my codes came through, what the true meaning of these codes are, and how you can apply them. And so you have a better idea to explain actually your own codes, and at least do some exercise and have the intention, intuition, imagination to go all the way to the highest frequency you can at the present time, or get yourself educated in that light body and allow it to flow with more than you think you have, because it actually is a support system to yourself. It is your divine support system that comes through. And if people do not know their goals, do not know where to go with their life, these codes can direct you. They can subtract stuff out of your brain and your body. They can add stuff, so they can go multiple ways actually. And so here is also a first design. And so they have the capacity to bring transformation in the body and the brain while integrating the design that allows the changes in your life. So a design is either connected to a specific color code that could be any color designed to transform stick patterns in the brain, rewire the brain in the desired state of being, but it will also enhance well-being, prosperity, success, joy, new perspectives, and an overall awakening in the simplicity of meditational alignment that brings through deep changes in consciousness. So all these codes are channeled messages that can actually deeply enhance everyday living, as we are all running into the origin. So the codes bring through empowerment, remembrance, insight, strength, new skills, creativity. It releases many things while wearing them, eventually via streetwear, via home decor, and especially during these extreme times on the planet, many people will need that little hint that pushes them forward. That is essentially what light codes are for. So they make transitions a lot smoother and easier when allowing self to see that every vibe turns into a frequency. Every frequency turns into a geometric design that formulates knowledge and transformation. So these new codes are actually a necessity because they assist you to move out of all concepts, all belief systems, all geometric patterns that have no more impact on the body, or they may have lost their working mechanism. Yeah, that's an easy way to actually put it and have a better, much better understanding of them. So I will go through the many codes here. For the first code, that is actually a compass. So it speaks for itself. You get your own compass, you can apply it, you can put it in your brain, you can ask for your new direction so that compass starts turning and turning and turning and giving you more and more information. And that is so intricate when receiving a light code, and I mean, it reveals so much more. Some people can even write a book about a light code, and just by wearing it or hanging it on the wall, or printing a design, drinking a cup of coffee from a particular design, can change consciousness when you have the intention to allow that code through the coffee, and when you drink it, it spreads to your organism. So that's the only intention you actually need, right? And it's really, really beautiful. If we go deeper into it, we can actually see that the compass acts like a private guide. It also represents the male and female arcs of light, arcs of knowledge that move through the compass of time and actually become timeless when merging, which is very important as we all want equality and balance. Compass is also connected to green light go and serves as an assistant to make the bridge from difficult times into a smoother lifestyle. So therefore, the green color consciousness enhances your vibration, which is also very beneficial for letting go of old habits, because the green color makes you move forward with this code, so that it can turn around in many ways, and it empowers the body, because designs have deep impact no matter what. It is living light energy, and therefore it simply transforms your energy. And that is the only thing we need to remember. We are living transformational times. So here, the next code, eternal sounds, that also speaks for itself, because you can see as we are living the black omnipotent energies, and that pierces through everything. It is actually the most potent eternal spin between male and female that comes together through the brain in the black way, moves it up and down the spinal column, inviting the fusion of perfect partners, and also very quickly eliminates stuck patterns. So, while wearing this design, there is, the orange ray is truly the highest level of creational pattern you can come up with, and that in combination with the omnipotent universe, it opens many, many doors for you. If you want to find a job, if you want to be in harmony, if you need to hear the sound waves you see through this design, the sound waves between male-female patterns within self, but also in connections we have. A very similar design here is like the orange spiral. It spins like wildfire through the glandular system. You can move it through the spine, you can move it through the water of the body, you can move it through anything you wish, because all that matters is your intention. And so it deletes consciousness you command to let go of. So the artwork will always empower because it has very deep impact on the body. When the orange color keeps you going, it is very, very inspirational. It opens up more creative capabilities, will assist you to find details in jobs, family issues, while allowing more fun with this code. It is suggested to simply spin it through the brain and allow it to sit still in some part of the brain and ask it why it wants to be there. So we can communicate with light codes and bring through a lot of that stuff here. Another one, when it comes to the orange creations, that is truly the most important design here, is always the Alpha Omega station. There are stations on many places in the planet, but reconnecting to the Alpha Omega of the universe and combining that with the Alpha Omega within and the Alpha Omega of this light earth, then we have a high level of balancing procedures going through the body when wearing that code on a t-shirt, on apparel, on a fitness bag, whatever you fancy. But being aware of it, eating it, breathing it, drinking with it, it allows for a quicker transition than ever anticipated. So that is very, very important here. Another one that comes with reconnecting with the higher senses through the pink waves in the background of this black spin. You can see it has two stripes each time it connects with a triangle, and it means that that code is connected to the celestial realms, not the universal or anything else. So that's the meaning that comes through. The golden spiral is connected to the your particular eternal vibration and can spin out at a very fast amount of time in multi-direction, so up and down, left to right, with everything in between. And reason for the black ball in between, that represents the entire omnipresent universe, actually, in simplistic terms. Another very important here, for example, is the microphone. The microphone of the divine is actually connected to new life on the planet, and also it represents the burgundy airwaves to receive sounds of the universe that connect all the way into many other universes and galaxies. So it means that the burgundy sound waves have the capacity to breathe through your particular alignment to your new life. So the male-female birds that you can see on this design on the left and the right side are actually representing the airwaves that come to the bottom north-south points that represents a microphone. So it's a very complete design that can refine your breathing system. And so the top of the design has the lady gent microphone. In the middle, I designed the male-female zones, and so you can start balancing out and also merging with many other sounds within the universe, because the burgundy way is truly a high level frequency that is very, very special, very refined, and requires a very purified state of being. So no matter what, you can trigger more and more information with this particular design if you would like to do that. This design here looks like angel waves actually on a lavender planet. It represents the original vibes. Original vibes meaning the planet used to be purple and not green, like in Green Light Go Nature and stuff. But due to the density, it turned into green colors. So it is a very important wave combining here the equality once again into integrity and respect, because sleeping under the wave of orange and lavender waves with the intention to bring balance and open up the origin of your male-female vibration will guarantee a very, very tight sleep, and will also assist the earth, the animals, and the elements to repair. So sending out that code in a particular crystal grids that you wear, then it can empower special properties on the planet. So depending on where you're at, you can apply it multiple way, and it will you push forward, because you know that is what art is for. So the orange ray is excellent to uplift your creative capabilities while eliminating old cycles, repetitive issues, in the brain. And the lavender has the capacity to open up much more communication, new connection, and allowing you to channel your own communication. Up here are 3 designs that are actually connected to the violet flame. It's actually the, let's say, the velvet return that has a very, very deep connection to me. It's connected to the blue cornflower. Does anyone know the blue cornflower? Which is an essential element on the earth as it rises the blue through the blue mountains in Australia, and assists the transitions of the skin back into velvet motion for those working on their ascension and transition and purification. So the blue-purple ray is first cause of creation as well, as it is making its comeback right now, and therefore we need modern day codes, modern day information, because the old information is not working. So the spiritual embodiment and environment, as it opens spirals within the great original white ray of purification along the lavender transition, it will naturally take the turquoise that you can see in this design, the turquoise ray with it, because it defeats densities and diseases in order to allow the true blue movement into truth, which is happening now as well. And thus the birds represent more and more and more never-ending messengers. So in the middle of the designs, you can see the purple spheres representing the divine timeline, and in which everything equals out with spirals from the universe, spirals from the light spheres of the earth, meeting in the middle. So the expansion rises with the Lady Jan bird, or the phoenix actually, the flight patterns that are very important. So and let's say that the heads would lift left and right sides of your body, opening up your own wings. So thus the eye would center back in the middle of the design, replenishing the earth and replenishing yourself back into the origin. So it's all extremely interesting. So I have so many designs. So here I will go quickly to it without explaining too much, but that is the design is connected to the pink wave, pink technology, the pink code, the pink flames that replaces all conscious with higher sensibility, sensitivity, the higher senses, replacing the mind control. So the mind was never meant to be in a body, so purely brain. And then that is another very important design here. That is actually the aquamarine origin. We can see the return and the omnipotent black eye connected to the aquamarine eye. The aquamarine, if we go back into the aquamarine way and the technology of what is aquamarine, that is what we find all over the planet, because the entire planet bathes in an aquamarine crystalline grid, because it represents the highest level team or the origin, and below that we have the omni theme, the black white theme, and then we come around as an eternal theme, the golden theme. All three merge, and reason why eternity has returned on the planet already. In the design we can see multiple eyes opening up from the white invisible purification into the aquamarine, into the black spectrums of light through which you see everything. And thus we see a vibration of male-female vibrations coming together in perfect harmony, which is also the origin. And then the out of consciousness lifting, of course, with the aquamarine elements into the next platform of aquamarine information, solutions, psychology, philosophy. There is so much to it, and makes it the more interesting. It doesn't mean that you need to have so much information for your particular design. A little bit of information is enough, so you know how to work with it, you know how to apply it, you know how to direct people with it, and eventually sell it like I do on my designs, on hoodies, on t-shirts, on fitness bags, on yoga mats. There is so much. I have a look in my shop down there. You have all the information you can ever need and a lot more. This one, for example, is the purple eye. So the purple lavender eye merging with the heart and sees from the inside out. That is when we manifest from our own heartbeat, reconnected with the new living light vibrations on the earth. The same goes for the violet flame here. That's a perfect example of the violet flame that transmutes stuff in your brain in no time. It's just, taking the intention and the time out in respect with your source to just do it at times, like even 5 minutes a day, moving that through any glands. Look up your glands on the Google machine. Look them up. Wave a violet flame through the pituitary, through the pineal, through the hippocampus, the hypothalamic, especially the kidneys. So many people suffer from kidney diseases, the water composition, while the earth is transitioning so quickly with all its water. And so the biggest transition happened right now with the Pacific Ocean, the South Pacific, and reconnecting your kidneys to it. You will lose tons of weight in there just by breathing through that violet flame. Breathe it through, directed to the kidneys. Ask for a crystalline grid assistance and your team of light to move all the old essences and toxic vibrations and synthetics out of your kidneys, the lymph nodes, and the spinal fluids, many fluids in the body if you want, depending on how long you really want to work with that particular violet flame. That is so beautiful. I love the design, and that is great. When you wear it, then I love the cups. When you drink from a cup and you're always aware of the code and what it can do, you just breathe it while you drink your coffee, and it starts transitioning. And that is the magic of applying light codes. That is the magic that you can allow for yourself to come through. So here the octahedron is a very strong light print. It as we are returning home, this pattern will rise such as with the rise in your consciousness, and will get you new directions as it performs like a motor, that drives a lavender wave back into your living light domains, like you have a domain on a website or so. And that's specified by this motor that will give you a new direction. So it will definitely open up new avenues, and moving into new avenues, that is moving into a new direct way opening that way and allowing yourself to have a brand new view in your life, that is all that matters. Because if you have a brand new view in life, then everybody that is surrounding you on the job, spouses, friendships, colleagues, will change with you. And then that comes here with the great way we are moving into right now on the earth. That is the great red wave. That is, you know, that straight sword of spirit opening up the red flames within. That is a very straight road that is commanding mastery, commanding directions, commanding new businesses, closing the old businesses completely off. And that is the power of red. The power of red can move things in no time. It performs magic very, very easily. As you can see, it also opens into a microphone, and that microphone has multiple options for your ears to hear from. So it moves from the Mars vibration straight into Cassiopeia. So in the root Mars, Cassiopeia in your brains, and you make an arc, a red arc bridge. You see many arcs in that microphone, right? Makes the bridge into the red dragon. And then, I mean, there's nothing will ever be able to defeat you anymore. That is the power of the red way. So there's a lot to learn here from light codes, bringing them to yourself. If you want to try it and you want to move into the new light body through the alchemy, bringing through light languages, bringing through your own light codes, and changing self 360 degrees inside out. It can be done in 1 month and 3 months time. And allow yourself to open up into brand new business, into working with your own goals and purpose. Everything is down there in the description. So let me know if you love to work with light codes, and if you receive them yourselves, just share your information. We're here together. We want to build a community. So the more we share, the more we can get together. Thank you so much. I am Charlotte G. Thank you. See you next week.